8th standard English. Students, our previous class we had seen kinds of tense forms. The first 4 types of tense we had seen: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Just we have to recall, then we will start again that simple past and past 4 types and future 4 types. So remaining we have to see that 8 types. Okay, just a tense forms, a simple present, single signal words here: every day, sometimes, always, often, usually, seldom, never, first, then. So this is simple present. Otherwise present simple also we can use. Something happens repeatedly: how often something happens, one action follows another, things in general, with the following verbs: to love, to hate, to think, etc. Future meaning: timetables, programs. Just we can use a simple present. Present continuous: in this moment it's what we are doing, the work is continuous. Now, at the moment, look, listen. That is the signal words, the clue word they have given it. Something is happening at the same time of speaking or around it. Future meaning: when you have already decided and arranged to do it. So we have to make it the present continuous for future. So here future meaning: when you have already decided and arranged to do it, a fixed planned date. So we can use for present continuous. Simple past. So now simple past here: last, ago, in 1990, yesterday. So that's clue word. A simple past, how will you make? Action finished in the past, mostly connected with an expression of time, no connection to the present. So action finished in the past, so mostly connected with an expression of time, so no connected to the present. So particularly time they have mentioned, so we can use as simple past. For example, I went to market yesterday. So time, yesterday. Okay, so for example, past continuous. Past continuous and progressive: while, the clue word while, an action happened in the middle of another action. An action happened in the middle of another action. Someone was doing it at a certain time in the past. You do not know whether it was finished or not. For example, I was listening the class. I was walking along the road. I was walking. I was singing a song. So was singing. Just let me say on the be form verb for past continuous. Uh, we should know clearly that be form verb: was and where. Was, where will you use, and where will you use? So was, if we want to use the be form verb was, we have to use a subject is third person singular. Where, W-E-R-E, where. So if we have subject is plural, we can use where. For example, they were listening the class. They were singing a song. Okay, they were sitting on the bench. They were sitting. He was sitting. He was reading a newspaper. Okay, so that's a differentiate. So where will you use was and where? So that's past continuous progressive. Someone was doing at a certain time in the past. You do not know whether it was finished or not. We don't know whether it is finished or not. Next, present perfect. So they have given the present perfect: just, yet, never, ever, already, so far, up to now, since, for, recently. So we have to mention: just now I have finished, just now I have eaten, just now he has eaten. Has and have. So how did I say that be form verb, the differentiate? So here also we have to see the differentiate: has and have. Okay, has, if you want to use third person singular, subject has, first person and the subject is plural, we can use have. I have seen this film already, so we can use. Okay, so have and has. She has seen this film. So present perfect, you say that it has happened or is finished in the past and it has connected to the present. So it connected to the present, so we have to use present perfect. Action started in the past and continues up to the present. Next, present perfect continuous all day, the whole day, how long, since, for. Action began in the past and has just stopped. How long the action has been happening. Emphasize length of time of an action. Length of time of an action. So present perfect continuous, just I have to, let me say that one clue. Have or has plus been plus verb ing. I have been standing. I have been writing a test since last Monday. So we can use present perfect continuous all day, the whole day, how long, since, for. Okay. Next, past perfect. So that's present perfect and past perfect differentiate. What is that? Have or has plus third form of verb. That's for present perfect. Past perfect only had, subject had plus third form of verb. Past perfect. Already, just, never. Mostly when two actions in a story are related to each other, the action which had already happened is put into past perfect, the other action into simple past. So I had written a test. Had written. So past perfect. I, first person. He had. She had. They had. So this is had is common to all types of subject. So only present perfectly subject is third person singular. If you have it, has. First person or plural subject have. You can use. Past perfect continuous, how long, since, for, how long something had been happening before something else happened. Okay, so that's past perfect continuous. I had been listening the class. She had been writing a test. So how long something had been happening before something else happened. Will, now will. Future, now talking about future, simple future, prediction about the future you think that will happen, you decide to do spontaneously at the time of speaking, you haven't made a decision before. Main class in type 1 of the if class. So here if class also we can use, if you study well you will get more mark. If you study that if class you will get simple feature. Okay, so I will meet my friend on tomorrow. I will write a test. I will write a test tomorrow. So that's simple future. Going to future, when you have already decided to do in the future what you think what will happen. Okay, so going to plus future. I'm going to meet my friend. So going to here. Future continuous. Future continuous. Will or shall plus be verb ing. An action will be in progress at a certain time in the future. This action has begun before the certain time. Something happens because it normally happens. Okay, I will be writing a test. I will be writing a test. Writing verb plus ing. Shall or be we can use. Future perfect subject will have. I will have plus third form of verb. I will have finished my work. I will have. She will have completed her work. So that's future perfect. Future perfect continuous will already have happened before a certain time in the future. Emphasize length of time of an action. Future perfect continuous. This is. I will have been writing a test. So future continuous. I will have been writing a test. Okay, so that's a future level, future 4 and past 4 and present 4. So totally it will be covered 12 types of 10. Just you have to recall. So okay, thank you students.